Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to see how to easily paint watercolor gradients, and I can't emphasize this more that gradients are extremely important when it comes to watercolors, because this is the first layer that you put down. I put down gradients especially when I'm doing some street paintings or some sky paintings. So yes, let's get started. I'm going to share the secret right here, right now. The first secret here is, yeah, even before you start your painting, take a big mop brush. Yeah, so I advise this always, that whenever you are trying to blend in watercolors, always use a big mop brush. I'll leave the link for this in description if you guys want to check out these ones from RTOs. Now take a bigger size one, and if you're starting off, always use A5 size paper and not A4 size paper. This is what I always prefer, because it's handy and it's easy to handle also. So first tip is to wet the paper beforehand. Now before you put down your colors, since this is a gradient, you need to wet down your paper beforehand. This will only help the colors move a bit more easier. Okay, now we'll start from top and we'll finish at the bottom. Now I want the top to be in the zone of blue, so I'm going to take a little bit of blue and start my painting. Here you can see I have not done anything else but applied blue. Now I'm not going to stop in the middle, but I'm going to go till the end. It's little bit of blue. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit more of this blue and make a darker mixture, and I'm going to go over this. Also, the benefit of using a big brush is that you don't end up having brush strokes, and the smaller brush you have a lot of brush strokes. That doesn't look quite nice when you're especially doing gradients. I love doing this with orange and yellow and pink also, because that gives a beautiful evening sky. Now I'm going to take little bit more pigment, that is blue, and start from the top. Little more, I think. Yeah, so little more of the pigment. Now the paper is wet enough, as you can see, and I'm just going to go over. Just make sure you don't stop at one particular point. If you think that there is a clear demarcation between blue and white, then you need to put down the layer even till the bottom of it, so that there is no clear demarcation of where the blue is ending and where the white is beginning. That is what you need to focus right now, because you have not added another color yet. Okay, now I'm going to take more pigment and I'm going to make the top section darker, and as we come below, we'll again lighten it. So here it is. This is a bit intimidating, but don't worry. Here we go. Take some more paint. Now you can see there is a clear demarcation. I don't want this, so I'm going to continue doing this until and unless it gets merged with the white. Just wash my brush a bit and do this. Now as you can see, the paper is becoming better and better, and that's why I advise you to use a thicker paper when you're doing this. Don't use a thin watercolor paper, it's going to curl up pretty soon. Now I'm taking a lot more pigment in my brush, and this is going to be super dark at the top, and you have to do this when your paper is wet, because if you do this when the paper has dried and the earlier layer has dried, then there is no use, because the lines will be clearly visible. So here I am with this blue. I'm just washing my brush a bit, and now with water in my brush just going over this. And again I'm going to take water pigment and go over the top. Now I'm taking more pigment, so it's darker. You can see the top becoming darker and darker, but I'm not worried now about the bottom layer. Now we are going to introduce the second color. The second color I'm going to use is magenta, that is pink. This is very crucial step here because this needs to merge, this section needs to be very clean. So what we'll do now is we'll take this from bottom. That's how I do it. I know there are many different ways of doing this as well. Some people start from here, but I always like to start from the bottom to top for the second color. So I'm going to do the exact same thing here. I'm going to pick up some water that has accumulated at the sides. This is a dry brush, just going over here, so there is no extra paint. Okay, I'm taking a bit of magenta here and putting it down. You guys can see me. Now I'm going to take it to the center, not pushing it more right now. So I'm going to take more color for here, this one, and I'm going to go to the top slowly. Don't get worried when you reach this point. Slowly let it be. Let the colors mix on their own. More color on my brush and darkening this side. So here we are just going above. Going to put extra paint here. Okay, so this is your pink layer, bottom layer, and since we are mixing the colors in the gradient, the center portion will be that of lavender. So I'm just pushing the pink into the blue, and you can see what is happening. A new shade is beginning to take place. Now you can see it has darkened quite a bit. So I am just going to put a contrast at the bottom as well, like it is on the top. So I'm going to take a lot of paint on my brush and paint the bottom with heavy magenta color on my brush. And don't worry, now I'm going to dip it in water and then slowly merge it into this paint. Okay, so this is how the final gradient looks. I hope you like this video, and I hope you try out this gradient painting, and you will see that all your watercolor paintings will start popping out much more, and they'll start looking much more finished, and it will look like the watercolor paintings that you usually see on the internet. And I hope you like, share and subscribe to the channel, and do tell me in comments what videos do you want me to make next. Thank you for watching. Bye.